Donald Trump is downplaying a security breach that led to a reporter being included on a chat with senior administration officials who were planning a military attack. In a phone interview with NBC this morning, the president called the situation a glitch. Trump added that his national security advisor, Mike Waltz, who is at the heart of this story, has learned a lesson. NBC's Garrett Hake reports.
This morning, the Trump administration digging in as the fallout grows over that text chat bombshell that top officials discussed secret U.S. military plans in a group chat on the encrypted messaging app Signal, with the Atlantic magazine's top editor inadvertently included. Jeffrey Goldberg said he was added to the chat by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who the Atlantic reports texted information about, quote, targets, weapons, and attack sequencing to be used in bombing targets in Yemen, speaking yesterday.
Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
Goldberg responding overnight.
No, that's a lie. He was texting war plans. He was texting attack plans.
Goldberg says on the morning of March 15, Hegseth notified the chat of an upcoming attack.
Including human targets. Meant to be killed in that attack, weapons systems, even weather reports. It was a minute-by-minute accounting of what was about to happen.
Around 2 hours later, he says, reports came in of explosions in Yemen. Though he chose not to publish the most sensitive information, Goldberg sharing other screenshots of the group weighing in, including the CIA director writing, quote, a good start after the attack, even celebratory emojis posted by Waltz. Before Hegseth sent the plans, the group, including Vice President J.D. Vance, debated. Vance saying he thought the operation was a mistake, adding, quote, I'm not sure the president is aware how inconsistent this is with his message on Europe right now. The group later agreed to go forward. Vance's team now saying he and the president have discussed the matter and, quote, we are in complete agreement. President Trump on Monday denying any knowledge of the story.
I'm not a big fan of the Atlantic. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
A National Security Council spokesman telling the Atlantic its reporting, quote, appears to be an authentic message chain, and arguing there were no threats to troops or national security.
As Garrett Hake reporting, former First Lady, former Secretary of State, and Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton chimed in on the report on X, writing, quote, you have got to be kidding. You might recall Clinton drew intense criticism from Republicans about a decade ago for her use of a private email server. In an appearance on Fox News in November 2016, Hegseth called Clinton's use of the email server criminal.
You can be sure the committee, House and Senate, will be looking into this.
Calls for answers are growing after cabinet members allegedly texted about U.S. military plans on an app. Editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, says he was mistakenly added to the group chat on Signal. That's an encrypted app, but it's not considered a secure government channel. Goldberg says the group was planning this month's U.S. military strikes on Houthi targets in Yemen.
I'm sitting in a Safeway parking lot watching my phone, realizing, oh my God, this might be real. I think Pete Hegseth just sent this group actual targeting information, actual sequencing of an attack.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth denies sending war plans, but the Trump administration has acknowledged the messages seem to be authentic. Several officials say the White House views the incident as a major error.
I was shocked.
The Atlantic says Mike Waltz convened the chat. He's the National Security Advisor, a role John Bolton held in the first Trump administration.
So let's forget the classification issue. How can you conduct official government business over a non-official channel?
The Espionage Act makes it a crime to mishandle classified information. Democrats are demanding an investigation, and some Republicans are calling for accountability.
It's a security violation, and there's no doubt that Russia and China saw this stuff.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.